Greetings and salutations. Thank you for clicking on the video. I got a message this morning from someone called Goochbuntu. They said, I hated Linux Mint. The reason is that I was not able to add Google as my search engine on Firefox. So I tried to get the tar and compile it myself, finding that Linux was castrated so much I couldn't, so I uninstalled and used Cinnamon in Ubuntu. Well, this is sort of going around your butt to get to your elbow, because putting Google search in Linux Mint is super duper easy. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Linux Mint, for whatever reason, has decided that they would not give you Google search. And it has to do with the fact that they're getting some revenue from Yahoo. They modify the distribution's Firefox browser to point to Yahoo, and there's some other things going on here. So what they have done is, when you open up your browser, which we will do right now, and I have set this to the default profile, so this is exactly what you get when you install Linux Mint. What happens is you don't get the ability to set Google as your default search engine. Okay, here it comes. And this is what it looks like. And if we come over here to search and click on the magnifying glass, there's no Google here. There's a bunch of search engines, but no Google. This points to Yahoo. And so let's just do a search for something to show you what it looks like. I'll just search Mint on their start page. And you see we get some search results. Let me make that a little bigger. And we have over here where we've got the Linux Mint sign, because we're using Mint Search, which is funneled through Yahoo. And this is what you get. So how on earth do you switch it over to using Google? Well, the first thing that you can do is just download Chromium and install it, which will automatically default to Google. You could also install Google Chrome, which would default to Google. Google Chrome is definitely my preferred browser, but if you want to use Firefox and you want to have Google in it, you can set it. Now here's an interesting twist to the story. When I was setting up for this video, because you'll notice that I had answered this by saying that there are instructions on how to do that online, and it's real easy to do. Well, what I did was I jumped into the Linux Mint virtual machine, and I did a search here, and I found out that basically Yahoo has blacklisted that search. So if you search like add Google as default search engine in Linux Mint, you're not going to get any results. So that's really cool. Thanks, guys. So what you need to do if you're going to search for this is actually open up Google. So we'll do that right now. And I'm going to show you what happens when you open up Google. So let's go to google.com. Look, this little box pops up right here. Click on that. And it gives you directions on how to do this in Linux Mint. So what do they say to do? Click on the magnifying glass, add Google. And now, if you want to make it the default across the board, go to Preferences, go to Search, choose your default search engine, make that Google, and just for safety's sake, I'm going to close the browser. Yes, close tabs, make sure this took. Open the browser. And now when I type here, we should go to Google. So we'll do a search for Mint. Yes, now we're on Google, and that's the default search engine. This is a minor inconvenience, and it could be a head scratcher for anybody who is brand new to Linux Mint and doesn't know that these shenanigans are going on. I'm not real happy that Linux Mint does this. Some distributions of Linux elect to cripple some applications for their own reasons, and this is an example of that, and I am never a fan of that. I think that you should get the stock application, but it is what it is. And otherwise, Linux Mint is a fantastic distribution. This is not a deal breaker for me. It doesn't mean that I won't use it. It's just an inconvenience. However, I did not realize that they had crippled the search to the point that if you actually did a search to figure out how to do this, it would blacklist it. Try it yourself. Spin up a Linux Mint virtual machine, either 17.3 or 18, and then open up the default start page, and you're going to come, this is what you're going to get. It's just not going to tell you. So anyhow, there you go. That's how you do that, and good luck. There are also instructions online. I would suggest that you search in Google to find those instructions, because when you do, they pop up first thing. It's the first result. However, if you actually do it in Yahoo, you're going to be hard-pressed to find any reference to adding Google as your default search engine in Linux Mint. It's just a political and economical thing. They've got a deal with Linux Mint, and so therefore they're conspiring together to make Linux Mint users have to use Yahoo. Kind of sucky, I know, but it is what it is. So I figured I would show you how to do that. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure and check out Easy Linux on the web. Check out Easy Linux on Facebook. And also check out freedompenguin.com for lots of cool stories about Linux. And thank you for watching. We will do this again very soon.